Good morning, good morning, good morning, friends. Happy hump day, huh? Good morning. Oh, baby. We are one day away from football. Oh, it's glorious. It is glorious. Welcome back to Game On, ladies and gentlemen. This is your Sports Morning Espresso Shot. I'm your host, Will, here to bring you the latest and greatest going on in the sports world. Boy, oh boy, do we have a lot to talk. You know what? We gotta start the show off right today because you mad lads earned this one. All right, so this one's for you.
You got some tickle bitties and you don't know how to swing? Well, I'm here to help you. Next, you want to tuck your right arm and lay your left arm on top of that mommy milker. Bombs away?
You guys earned that one. We got a lot to talk about. We had the NFL 53-man rosters are set. I heard something this morning. I haven't been watching Hard Knocks. I don't usually ever watch it, but apparently all the guys, and sorry if well, I guess this isn't a spoiler. It's already happened. But apparently, all the guys that they feature trying to make the team, they're covering the Buffalo Bills. Apparently, every single person that they feature that I guess people get attached to and like and want them to and actually play well, all of them didn't make the team yesterday. They all got cut. NFL is a brutal, brutal business. So if you watch that, don't get attached. Don't get attached. What we got to talk about, we can't mess around this morning. We got to get right into it. We got to get into the biggest thing that everyone was talking about yesterday. You couldn't open up X without seeing this. I almost had to get off social media because it was plastered everywhere. Everyone was so excited. I really appreciate it too. And that, of course, is we hit 15,000 here on Rumble, huh? We hit 15,000. This was plastered all over. There was nothing else going on in the sports world yesterday other than this. That's amazing stuff. That's good work by you. You know how crazy this is? Less than a month ago, we just passed 10,000. Less than a month ago. I went back and looked. We did the 10,000 celebration stream, I believe July 30th. Here we are less than a month later, 5,000 more. You guys are wild. You guys are crazy. I really appreciate it. And I say that this is a we thing, right? This is because you guys get up every morning. You guys are the best chat on the internet. You get up every morning, bright and early. It's 4:30 a.m. Pacific. You hop in the chat. You like the stream. You repost. There's a reason why we always ask to like and share. Like, share, repost, all that fun stuff. Comment because it helps other people come and find the show. It's just one of the, and it's the easiest thing to do. And it seems silly. It seems like every day. Do I really need to do it? Yes, you need to do it. You want to know why? Because it works. It helps spread the word so people can find the most professional, on-time, non-clickbait sports show on the internet. There you go. That's right. That's right, B-Mac. Just here so we don't get fined. That's 100% true. No, but I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Let's keep this train going. This is just, I was hoping to get to 10,000 before football season started, and look where we're at now. And tomorrow we got football, baby. You know what? Next week's going to be so weird. Oh, my gosh. So this is NFL, or this is college football week 1. Starts tomorrow. Technically, we do have a game on Monday, so we will have, it's the North Carolina game. So we get to see Bill Belichick in his debut at North Carolina. We have that. But Tuesday and Wednesday next week, man, is going to be we're going to be itching. We're going to be itching because we've got football every single day starting tomorrow through Monday. And then we're going to be itching for that first game. Eagles Cowboys Thursday night. Oh baby, we are about to be spoiled. But first, before we get into the rest of the news, let's say hello to all our friends in the chat. Patriots in the house. Someone said gay and retarded. We'll get to that, buddy. We'll get to that. Jamie, good morning, Jamie. Good thing you posted your stuff on Locals because yesterday You picked it. The number 5 pick didn't come through. You still won. We got to talk about that. I got a question for you. We'll get to that in a second because I found something cool over on the season sports. So I'll show you that here in a second. Wu-Tang Clan. Wu-Tang. Wu-Tang? I know that's short for Wu-Tang. You guys know what? Yeah. Never married. Since 25% of 40-year-olds in the United States have never been married. Makes sense. Birth rates are collapsing. Makes sense. Patriot did his. Patriot, you convinced 3 people to marry you? Proud of you. I've done my part. I got 5 kids. I'm married and got 5 kids. No, he's been in here before, Jamie. Never married's been here before. I remember him coming in, dropping. He's really all in on the Pennsylvania birth rates and marriage rates. Why? I don't know, but that's his shtick. So hats off to him. What up, Grass Guy? How we doing? B-Max in the house. Mont here, of course. Good morning, Mont. Oh, look at that. The lumpy potatoes here. What up, buddy? Thank you for hanging out with us this morning. Glad to see you. Big up on the 15K. I know, dude. It's insane. But we here. Last night was a miss. I know, dude. And it happens, dude. It's hard to go 5 in a row, you know? Just when the pressure's on. When the pressure is on. That's why I said it at 5. Patriot says they thought they could fix me. Hey, I want to show you guys this real quick. Let's get into this before we get into the sports news. So the season sports, if you haven't already, let me post it in here. If you want to join sports pools, come join this. Use my link, though, please, so they know I sent you. And then that way you get like automatically added into my friends list. So then I can add you into our squad. But if you want to, if you like doing like sports pools, you know, like pick'em leagues, survivor pools, all that kind of stuff, there's 3 free ones. So you join, it's free. It's super easy over here. I've teamed up with the season. These guys are awesome. You actually get paid out. I know it seems like too good to be true because there's a lot of money that you can win on some of these leagues that you buy into, but it's true. I got paid out $1,000 for my March Madness. I got second place and got paid out $1,000. And I actually know these guys and talked to them. It's 2 guys that run this site. So we've teamed up, and so go join that if you're interested in it. There's the link. But check this out. Look at, I created us an NFL squad, and then when the college football pools open up, I'll make a college football one. I guess the college football one isn't going to start for a couple weeks. And the beautiful thing about this is, so they got these pools. Even if you don't join in right away, like if you don't join in, here's all the ones for the NFL ones that are open already. Here's the ones that I'm in. They've also got all the other sports going on too. And like when NBA starts, they'll have NBA pools. But they have stuff that starts like Survivor number 3 that starts week 9. So if you want to dive into Survivor starting week 9, you can. It's pretty cool. They got a week 5 Survivor. They got a whole bunch of stuff. NFL playoffs. But if you want to join these, you absolutely you can join in at any single point. You can also go in and buy like packages and stuff like this, right? So you can bundle it and save money. Like the classic football package. This gets you into the classic football one. This for just $20. Gets you into the college football survivor and the college football weekly pick'em. How about that? That is awesome. And that's worth, so for $20, you can get up to $9,000 in prizes. There's the NFL Survivor one that you can join. You can do the bundle. I'm already in the classic NFL bundle right here, right? $150,000 worth of prizes. But here's the cool thing. And look at this. You can do you get into 3 things here for $30. It's discounted right now. But like I said, there's free ones. There's $2,500 worth of prizes for the free ones too. if you don't want to pay for any of these and you just want to try it out. But here's the other cool thing. Check this out. So I created us a squad. Now, if you don't want to do any of these, that's fine. I can kick you out at any point. But I think I added everyone. If I didn't add you, let me know, and I'll get you in here. I'll let you let me know, and I'll get you in our squad. But here's the cool thing about squad, and you can see right now only 4 of us are in some of these pools. But the best part about being in a squad is we compete against other squad members, and so like if our squad finishes ahead of everyone else's squad, we get a prize. We get a little money, right? And if one of us wins, it's like, you ever play like any of those casino games where, like in Pai Gow, if someone hits a super big one of the big bonuses, the little envy bets, everyone else gets a little piece of the pie as well. So if one of us wins one of these things, everyone gets a little payout. Obviously, the guy that won it gets the big payout, but everyone gets a little something. So that's kind of cool. But I thought this was really cool. And I was going to ask you this, Jamie. First of all, Jamie, I don't know if you're in this yet. If you are, let me know what your tag is in here. But so you won. So I got $50 coming your way. Plus, if you want the magazine, I'll figure out how to get the magazine to you. I don't know about shipping it to you, but I was going to say, if you instead don't want it, what I could do is I could gift you one of these things, and I could gift you the big NFL bundle. It's like a $60 value. So if you like, I could gift you one of this is pretty cool. You can gift people packages, which is awesome. But if you want to enter, and this gets you into like 8 pools or something like that. And I can get you a college football one too. But if you'd rather have this, I'll get you that. I'll send you an email. I'll use the email that's over on the locals page. So I'll email you later today. But I thought it was pretty cool. So I might send out some gifts to some of you guys. Some of these different, like whether it's a Survivor one or whatnot. But yeah, you can gift pools to people, which I thought was pretty sweet. But yeah, look, it's like you want to give someone the big Survivor. There's $100,000 worth of prizes in here. I think the top 700 people place $10 to get into that. How cool is that? Actually, let's go look at that one. Where's the big Survivor? The big Survivor. Yeah, so the big Survivor has $100,000 worth of prizes. The top prize, if you win, is $50,000. The top 700 place. How cool is that? But yeah, so if you haven't already, go join. And if you're not in our squad, you can join the squad. I'm pretty sure you can. I made it public, so anyone can join, or you can just let me know and I can add you into the squad. How about that? Let's see. What up, Spartan? How we doing this morning? Kawika? Who cares? That's not news. It's huge news. Most Pro has a light on his Swifty poster. I should have brought that out. Actually, I don't think I have the Swifty poster anymore. Yeah, I'll email you later, Jamie, on that one. We can figure it out. But congratulations, Jamie, for winning the contest. You added too many people to the squad. I know of one who has no idea who you are that you added. I just added everyone that I knew, and I'll go back through and pluck people out who aren't going to participate in the NFL stuff. I just wanted to add everyone in there for now. And what do you mean? I know one person who has no idea who you are. How the hell did they get into the pool then? I mean, how signed up for this? Did you share it with them to have them sign up? Well, tell them to come join. Tell them to log back on there and get into one of these fun pools. I haven't signed up to any of those yet. I've been so busy on all the other markets. All right. Food at Cracker Barrel mostly comes from frozen batches. Very few things are fresh. Isn't that everything now, though? Isn't that everything? Everything now, every restaurant, there's hardly anything that's fresh now. What's up, Mr. Gruffy? Good morning. How we doing? How we doing? Okay. Yeah, most food is frozen. I mean, it's hard nowadays, right? But we got some big breaking news. Big breaking news. Yes, Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift are engaged. Two things came across my mind when I saw this yesterday. The first was, what don't they want us to know right now? What are they trying to distract us from? Why is this dropping today? What are we supposed to be distracted? Who's getting cut on what team? You know? Who's getting cut on some of these? Why are they drafting or announcing this stuff yesterday? Huh? I don't know. I haven't figured it out. What is the NFL or what is the powers that be? What do they want to distract us from? And then my other thing was I should just log off social media for the day. That's all you're gonna see is this. But there were some good memes that came out of it. Me, week 1 of football season. Me, 10-team parlays. I made this one on my own. Me drafting Kyle Pitts. Guilty. We've all been there. Guilty. Morning, Buku. How we doing? How we doing? But yeah, that's probably all we're gonna talk about this. But they finally did it. Did anyone out there have a bet on it? There was a betting market whether they get engaged this year or not. The real question is, are they going to actually get married? Are they actually going to get married? Are they going to follow through with it? There's a betting market right now of like, will they get married by the end of the year? You go ahead and bet no on that one. There's no way. Football season is about to start. There's no way they're getting married anytime before the end of 2025. No way. But this is another distraction. I think this plays a big role in Kansas City under their wins. This is a big distraction, right? I'm thinking. I mean, I saw this news and that made me happy about my my bets on Kansas City not to have a good season. Oh, good morning. Hold up. The proposal took place 2 weeks ago, which is now being announced. Yeah, I heard that. Wasn't it Travis's dad came out and said that this happened a couple weeks ago? He said, what was it? He set it up. They were gonna go have dinner, and then he was like, "Oh, let's go have a glass of wine first," and then they walked out to that spot. Dude, you know how hard that had to have been for him to plan? First of all, how hard it is to surprise her, and then you got to find the perfect ring for Taylor Swift. Then you got to coordinate with her security detail and set it all up, dude. That must have been tough. That must have been tough. But one of my favorite memes from yesterday was this one. All the guys in 3+ year relationships watching Travis propose to Taylor. The pressure's on, fellas. The pressure is on. But R Sergeant 31, thank you for the $1 Rumble rant. I really appreciate that. Really appreciate it. Let's see. Patriot says, are they going to have kids and how many? Ooh. I bet there's a betting market on that too. You're guessing 6? I think it's too late in the game for them to have 6. She's like what? She's like my age, like 34, 35. A little too late in the game to pop out 6 kids. Unless you just start getting twins. What's the general feeling with Taylor? I don't know. People either love her or hate her. I got no care. I did get I mean, like all other NFL fans that got kind of got sick of seeing her when they first started dating. Like you'd be watching a game that doesn't even feature the Chiefs, and somehow they bring up Taylor Swift. I did see some funny things out there, proposals about like the Super Bowl halftime show should just be Taylor and Travis's wedding. Dude, they need to do like obviously not for the wedding because it would never happen, but like maybe in the rehearsal or during the bachelor party or something like that, like all his groomsmen need to dress up as referees. Those are his biggest fans, are the referees. All right. How about that? 2, maybe 3. Grass Guy says no kids. He's betting no kids. They'll have a kid. They're for sure going to have a kiddo. Oh, Patriot, you're right. 2 natural, 4 adopted. That's a lot of guys. That's a lot of kids. That's a squad. Check this out. This was funny. I'm going to have to pause this so I don't get dinged on it. But Joey Molinaro, he says, imagining Patrick Mahomes' speech at the wedding.
I'm going to try to keep this quick, like how Travis 3 cone drill used to be. You can still get out of breaks, bro. For those who don't know me, my name is Patrick. Such an honor to be here tonight. Funny, kind.
Do you think Taylor's political views will change if she has kids? I saw Clay Travis had a take yesterday that she publicly is a liberal, but in her private life acts like a conservative. You know, want to get married, have kids, and all these other things. I don't know. Probably kids do change you. Kids change you. It's just like anything in life. Like when you finally get a job and then you start, making money and paying taxes, try to buy a house and all that fun stuff. Your views on things change pretty quickly when you see how the system works. So probably kids do change you, but I don't think publicly she'll change. Good morning, Tommy. How we doing? Good morning. But this part's funny right here.
Caring, cool, handsome, great actor. Those are just a few of the things that describe why Travis asked me and Jason to be co-best men here tonight.
He does such a good Patrick Mahomes.
No, but in all seriousness,
swing from them. Good morning. Does this make Travis gay? I don't know. Maybe. Paige says you can't have all that money and not be conservative in reality. That's true too. No one likes paying taxes, dude. No, I don't care how much money you have. No one likes paying taxes.
The first time that I met Taylor and knew that they were going to be together, I said, "Bro, your nickname could be Trailer," and I don't think they should really care for that too much.
Jamie says, "Why does Mahomes sound like Jordan Peterson, or maybe Jordan Peterson sounds like Mahomes?" Atta baby, Mr. Gruffy, you smacked that like button. That's what I like to hear. We didn't get to 15,000 because you guys didn't hit the like button. This is all thanks to you guys. Guys hitting the like, hitting the repost, let them know where they can find the most professional, on-time, non-clickbait sports show on the internet. Appreciate it.
But that just goes to show the level of humility that she had, they both have, and I think that they are such a perfect match.
That's such a good.
Yeah, it's kind of like
Mahomes.
Me and you on the field, or Coach Reed and chicken.
Do you think Patrick sees this and actually laughs? Because there's some people that like get mad at this kind of stuff. I think he's one that can laugh at himself because this is funny. And he posted this like within 2 hours of the big announcement. So he had to hurry up and do this, unless he knew ahead of time, but he had to hurry up and do this and then put it out there. Good work by him. Our Sergeant says, "I'm from KC. I'm happy for Travis." Yeah, good for them. I wish him nothing but the best. Wish him nothing but the best. Although I do think Kansas City is going to have a down season. Unfortunately, if you're a Kansas City fan. But we'll see. Maybe they can prove me wrong. All right, that's enough of Taylor and Travis. Let's get to some sports news. Dude, this dude, you see this last night? This dude stole second base, and the pitcher had no idea. I've never seen this before in a professional baseball game. Watch this. That guy gone. That guy is at second base on the base before the ball has left the pitcher's hand. Now, the batter here does a smart thing. Watch this. The batter just takes the pitch, right? You can't swing at that. That was smart. I don't care if it's right down the middle. You can't swing at that because this guy's already on second. If you hit a line drive to the second baseman, that's a double play. So that was smart. High IQ there by the batter. But look at that. Sporty says, are we done with story time? Can we talk sports? Yeah, we're getting into it right now. We always talk sports. Pfizer boy Kelce, how can we like this guy? Some guys like him. I don't tune into the podcast or anything like that, but watch this again one more time. Look at this. How did no one tell how is this guy? He just didn't care, huh? That is wild. For betting purposes, I saw that the New York Yankees, they've been on a little bit of a skid since the All-Star break, right? They seem to be getting back on track. So I know Buku's happy about that. You a big breakfast guy? You talking about, do you mean do I like breakfast food? I love breakfast food. Yes. Now, if you're talking about do I eat breakfast? I hardly ever eat breakfast. I do this show at 4:30 a.m. We end around 6 a.m. And then I take about an hour 15 drive to work. Then I go and work and whatnot. I usually don't eat till noon. But I do love breakfast food. Later, Jamie. I'll email you later. Have a good day. Okay. Oh, check out this play yesterday too, dude. There were some good baseball plays yesterday. Check this one out in the Cubs Giants game. They were distracted adjusting their gold chains. I want to know what they're trying to distract us from. They dropped the Taylor, especially since it's happened 2 weeks ago. So if it happened 2 weeks ago, why yesterday? Why yesterday did they drop that? What are they trying to distract us from?
Takes off. That one grounded. Diving play by Swanson.
Did you see that? One more time.
Takes off. That one grounded. Diving play by Swanson.
From his butt. That was pretty cool. Shout out to Tennessee. Head football coach Josh Heupel signed a contract extension to keep him there from 2030 to through 2030. I know Tennessee fans and cricket are happy about that. Patriot says she is knocked up. You think so? I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see. Well, according to a couple of prepper channels that I follow, big moves are being made by both Russia and the Chinese military right now. Yeah, I saw the Venezuelan army or whatever is mobilizing as well. That would make sense. Once again, shout out and thank you to all you guys. We hit 15,000 here on Rumble. You guys are awesome. Well, it's official. We knew that after trading Kenny Pickett, the Browns were going to roll with Joe Flacco as a starter, and now it's official. The Browns have named Dylan Gabriel as their backup to Joe Flacco, and Shadur Sanders is QB3, which means he will be the emergency quarterback, which means he can only go in if something happens to the first two guys in the game. But, I mean, I don't know why anyone thought any different. He's a third-round draft pick. You're going to put your third-round draft pick ahead of your fifth-round draft pick on the depth chart. Dude, a lot of these linemen that got paid in the offseason, fortunately, are going down. Falcons right tackle Caleb McGarry, the blindside protector for Michael Penix Jr., will miss the entire season with a leg injury. Good news is he just signed a 2-year, $30 million extension. So at least he got his money. You love to see that, but sad to see these players go down. But at least he got his money, so that's good. Oh, look at that! Got out swing from them. Get the one subscription. Appreciate that. You real MVP. Let me play that clip back there. I think I haven't played that one in a while.
You the real MVP.
Yeah, buddy. Thank you. I appreciate that. You guys are too kind. Dude, the Browns are just trying to do everything to lose this season, huh? They're trying to do everything to lose. The Browns have released a veteran kicker, Dustin Hopkins. Although he did have a rough year last year, missed 9 field goals and 3 extra points, but still, I'm convinced the Browns don't want to win a single game. Has anyone heard of Prime Equity, the clause in Sanders' contract? If not, look it up. Ooh, I will look that up. Uh-oh. Patriot dropped the mommy milkers. Here we go.
You got some tickle bitties and you don't know how to swing? Well, I'm here to help you. Next, you want to tuck your right arm and lay your left arm on top of that mommy milker. Bombs away?
Bombs away indeed. Bombs away. That's Paige, our number one golf fan here. Oh, what else we got? Jay Cutler was in the news. Apparently, Jay Cutler got in a little trouble. He got a DUI. He pleaded guilty to a misdemeanor DUI in Tennessee. He's going to spend 4 days in jail and a $350 fine. It always amazes me. These former athletes or current athletes. It's like, dude, if you know it's even borderline that you're on the limit, just have someone drive you. It's not like you can't afford it. You're smoking Jay Cutler, dude. So don't drink and drive, kids. Do not drink and drive. This was kind of a shock, but the Saints have named Spencer Rattler their week 1 starter against Arizona. Rookie Tyler Show will be the backup. So we'll probably see Show halfway through the season. But the Saints, who are going to probably be the worst team in the NFL this season, rolling with the veteran Spencer Rattler. That's a rough first year for Kellen Moore. I don't know why he took that job. What up, Batman? Ooh, I like that old school logo. I like that one. Soccer Sucks says he juggled 4 juice boxes back to back. That is funny. Okay, there's that news. What else? Oh, dude, did you see this about Tyreek Hill? So Kita Vaccaro, that's Tyreek's ex-wife now, walked away from their 17-month marriage with a major divorce settlement. God, I don't know why these athletes ever get married. He secured, so they were married for, this says 17 months. I read that they were married for less than a year. Who knows? A short amount of time. But in that short amount of time, because they were married, she gets to divorce him, and she secured a $500,000 lump sum. Then she gets $200,000 to $500,000 a month in spending money, because, why you need that, I don't know. And I wonder if that's just while he's in the NFL. And then she got $100,000 for a new car, $450,000 paid for her legal fees. So she basically got over $1 million up front and is going to get $20,000 to $50,000 a month. And she gets exclusive use of their $5.5 million mansion. Hill remains responsible for the mortgage and utilities. That is wild. Also wild that he's made how much money and they've got a mortgage on that thing. That's insane. But good for her, good for her. So why you guys need to be careful out there, you young stud athletes. Be careful. This could be you. Breaking news yesterday, the Cincinnati Bengals were expected to keep Joe Burrow on their 53-man roster. Joe Burrow made the cut. A lot of people were nervous. Okay. So, just a little thing. We kind of went into this yesterday, but the Day Portnoy thing, they were like, so it came out that, Ohio State banned Portnoy from the stadium or campus. And then Ohio State came out and said, no, we didn't ban them. This was a Fox Sports decision and blah, blah, blah. And then everyone's like, no, Fox can't control where Barstool goes. This had to have come from the university, but you guys are using Fox as a shield. But either way, Barstool College Football Show won't be at Ohio State next week. They'll be doing it from their studio, which I thought was funny. I don't know why. Now I'm rooting for Michigan to beat Ohio State again this year, even though it's so annoying listening to Portnoy after they win. But can you believe that? It's Ohio State, Texas, and they're so petty they won't let Barstool there. Are forklift drivers allowed to call themselves blue collar? I think so, right? Right? Michael Weston says that badge will get you. It will, dude. You guys got to watch out. How much child support will you think Taylor would get from Kelce? Dude, that'd be the other way around. She has the more money. I think all that stuff is silly. Like, who needs? I understand it's supposed to be like, well, you gotta, you get married, you have kids, and then you get divorced. You gotta support the same lifestyle. But like when it comes to like, especially athletes, where your career is so short, it's like that lifestyle isn't going to be the same for that long. But I'm just like, there's got to be some common sense point, right? Like when you hear these people like, oh, she gets $50,000 a month in child support. Who needs $50,000 a month to support a child? It's just wild. I like seeing the stories where the guy actually gets money. It's rare, but I feel like you just see the guy. It's good to see the guy win one every now and then. She's a woman. She'll want it. No, we're going to hope they stay married forever. All right. Have a bunch of babies. Stay married forever. That's what we need. Okay. Where are we at? Is it baseball time? I think it's baseball time. Let me make sure I didn't miss any. Any other? Did we miss any big news? Yeah. So the NFL yesterday made all their cuts. The rosters are set. Oh, that, like I said, that HBO Hard Knocks, it was pretty funny that all the guys on there that they feature, like apparently you don't hear from like Joey Bosa or Josh Allen all that much. So all the guys that are like tryhards, there's one guy that has been like sleeping at the facility. He just sleeps when he's tired and then he gets up and gets back to work. That guy got cut. There was a guy that made like a 61-yard field goal and also caught a touchdown pass or something like that. That guy got cut. Everyone that you end up liking in that show, none of them made the roster, which I think is hilarious. I don't really watch Hard Knocks. I heard about that this morning. Let's see. Oh, that dude, Mont, your Cardinals, Contreras, the guy that we watched yesterday that got in the ump's face and then ended up throwing his bat and hitting his own coach. Yeah, he got a 6-game suspension. I don't know. 6 games seemed excessive for that. It wasn't like he didn't do anything out of the norm other than throwing the bat that hit his own coach. And it was more of a toss, not like a deliberate throw. I mean, what he got in the ump's face for wasn't anything like egregious from what we normally see when players argue with umps. It would be sweet if they came out and it's like an ultra MAGA couple. Have 10 kids, Taylor Swift starts singing Christian music. Yeah. Dude, could you imagine what the Swifties would do? They would malfunction. They would literally explode. They wouldn't know what to do. That would be hilarious. Okay, it's that time of the show where we recap baseball. This is our daily recap of baseball, and then we look at today's betting line, see if we can find some gems, make some money. We all like to do that, right? Right. We got the Red Sox defeating the Orioles yesterday, 5-0. Just embarrassing by the Orioles yesterday. Just embarrassing. Hey, look at the Braves finally decided to play good ball and win a game. 11-2 victory there over the Marlins. Guardians shut out the Rays. So now since they won, they are officially the Indians again. 3-0 victory there for the Rays. Yankees defeat the Nationals 5-1. Twins get a 7-5 victory over the Blue Jays. Mets pull one out. Look at that. No Frank the Tank rant today. No, let's check on Frank real quick, actually. Let's check on Frank. What did he say? He had been happy, huh? We love Frank. Let's see. Whoa, why did it drop all the way down there? Let's see. Oh, of course, no Frank. Oh, well, he was at the game. That's why we didn't get a Frank rant. You gotta be careful. You're gonna get knocked out, buddy. He's mad. They ended up winning, and he's mad. Oh, I guess I don't know what inning this was in. Maybe the Mets were down at one point. Oh, Frank. Could you imagine? Most people would be annoyed sitting next to Frank at a game. I would love it. I would deliberately wear whatever team is the opposite team's gear that is facing the Mets and just sit next to him and just egg him on. Oh, that'd be so much fun. That'd be so much fun. Pager says F Frank. I love Frank. I love him. Brewers get a 9-8 victory over the Diamondbacks. Royals 5-4 victory over the White Sox. Pirates 8-3 victory over the Cardinals here. Patriots Rangers got a win, 7-3 victory over the Angels. Rockies 6-1 victory over the Astros. Padres. Ooh, that was a fun game. Look at that. Padres 7-6 victory over the Mariners. The Mariners came roaring back. They were down like 5-1, 5-0. Homeboy hit his 40th home run for the Mariners. Wasn't the big dumper. It was another guy, and gave him 1-run lead. But it looks like the Padres were able to pull it out. The Mariners, they needed that one. They're in the mix. Giants 5-2 victory over the Cubbies. A's get a 7-6 victory over the Tigers. Look at that, the A's. I think someone hit a grand slam in that game too. Let me see. I think someone hit a grand slam. I don't remember. Yeah, right here. Oh, wait, no, he didn't. It was a 3-run shot. Oh, yeah, it was a 3-run shot. And then Green for Detroit hit a grand slam to give him a 4-3 lead over the A's. And they ended up getting that done. And then the Dodgers defeat the Reds 6-3. 6-3. Let's take a look at today's action. There we go. We got the Red Sox and the Orioles. Coin flip game there. Sharp money on the Red Sox, big money on the Orioles. But 66% of the overall money is on the Red Sox. I'd probably go with the Red Sox again today. Probably go with them. Braves and the Marlins. Braves are -125. Road favorite. Sharp money on the Braves. 84% of the money is on the Braves. I don't know how you can trust it. I know it's the Marlins. I don't know how you can trust the Braves. Oh, wait. That was yesterday. Hold up. Reset. My bad. Here's the actual games today. Sorry. Nationals. We got early baseball. 10 a.m. baseball here on the West Coast. Nationals, Yankees. Yankees -275. Home favorites, Nationals +225. Yankees have the easiest remaining strength of schedule. I know they're going to be heavily juiced, but might be a good time to bet on the Yankees. Just win a little money. Sharp money on the Nationals, though. 84% of the overall money is on the Yankees. Tampa Bay and the Guardians. Rays are -130. Guardians +110. Sharp money on the Rays. Big money back in the Guardians, though. 62% of the overall money is on Tampa Bay. I love it when the sharp money and the big money are split. It really, really makes you think what the hell's going on. Well, the Braves still are favored over the Marlins. I don't know how you can trust them, but Braves -130 over the Fish +110. Big money on the Fish. Look at that. 41% of the bets, 72% of the money. That's a big differential right there. So big bets coming in on the Fish in that one. Padres and the Mariners. Mariners -135. Padres +120 on the comeback. 60% of the money is on the Mariners. Red Sox and the Orioles. Red Sox -150. Orioles +130. Sharp money on the Red Sox. 73% of the overall money is on Boston. Twins and the Blue Jays. Blue Jays -175. Twinkies +150 on the comeback. Sharp money on the Twinkies there. 95% of the overall money is on the Blue Jays. Irish Whipped Cream. So I guess we can eat at Cracker Barrel again. Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. Check back later today. It keeps going back and forth. Mets -150 home favorites against the Phillies +130. I don't know how you can trust them. I don't care who's pitching for the Mets. I don't know how you can trust them. Big money on the Phillies. You might want to take the Phillies. You get +130 on the Phillies. Who's pitching? Let's take a look. I'm telling you right now, we gotta look at the Phillies. You got McLean going against Walker. Oh baby, I am gonna take the Phillies today. Best bet of the day, Phillies. Phillies over the Mets. Big money on the Phillies. 45% of the bet, 64% of the overall money on the Phillies. Those are big money bets. Oh yeah, sorry, my bad. Did I say the Guardians again? Indians. The Indians are no. The rule here, Soccer Sucks. The rule here is if the Indians win, they get to be called the Indians. If they lose, they go back to the Guardians. That's how we've settled it. So they won yesterday, so they're back to being the Indians. Cracker Barrel sucks. I've never been. We had one here. I noticed this one. I saw one. It was funny. Right before all this happened, I kind of was driving by one. I'm like, oh, Cracker Barrel. I've never had that before. Maybe check that out sometime. And then this whole thing happens. I'm like, oh boy. Oh boy. Royals -125 road favorites against the White Sox +105 home dogs. Sharp money action over expert likes the Royals. 74% of the overall money is on Kansas City. Diamondbacks Brewers -145 home favorites +125 on the comeback for the Diamondbacks. You got sharp money and big money back in the Diamondbacks today, but 71% of the overall money is on the Brew Crew. That is interesting. That is very, very interesting. R Sergeant 31 says Cracker Barrel is the shit. What happened there? Uh-oh. Un-American of me. What? Maybe I'll go to Cracker Barrel. Maybe I'll go try it out. Something just happened. I don't know. My internet just went out for a second, but that was weird. Where are we at? Pirates Cardinals. Cardinals -190 home favorites. Pirates +160 on the comeback. 66% of the overall money is on the Cardinals. Angels and the Rangers. Rangers -155 home favorites. Angels +130 on the comeback. Sharp money on the Rangers. 74% of the overall money is on Texas. Never BMAX has never had Cracker Barrel. Will, what are you, a commie? Dude, I grew up in Washington State. We don't have those up here. But I noticed now that I live in Coeur d'Alene, there is one there. But no, we never had a Cracker Barrel near us that I'm aware of. Chicken fried steak is the only good thing on the menu. Well, that's like the only good thing on anyone's menu, right? Right? Maybe I'll do a live stream. I should do a live stream of me going to Cracker Barrel. With it being in the news and everyone freaking out about it, that would get some good attention. All right. Let me see if I can pull it off this weekend. All right, I guess I got the next 2 days off after today. Maybe one of these mornings I'll walk into Cracker Barrel, fire up a live stream. Check it out. Omelet is awesome. I love a good omelet, dude. Love a good omelet. Astros -325 home favorites against the Rockies. Whew, baby. Sharp money on the Rockies, but 91% of the overall money is on the Astros. Reds, Dodgers. Dodgers minus 210 home favorites. Reds plus 175 on the comeback. Sharp money on the Dodgers. Big money on the Reds with 22% of the bets and 42% of the overall money on Cincinnati. Cubbies and the Giants. Cubs minus 125. Road favorites. Giants plus 105. Home dog. Sharp money on the Cubs. 72% of the overall money is on the Cubbies there. Tigers and the A's is their night game. Tigers minus 131. Road favorites. A's plus 115. Sharp money and an action hour expert likes the A's, but 71% of the overall money is on Detroit. There you have it. There's our MLB recap and betting preview. If you want to catch this live with us, we are live every day, 4:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Down, as you can see at the bottom of the screen, those are my handles of where you can find me wherever you prefer to watch. But we prefer you come over to Rumble and watch. Just hit 15,000 followers there. Come join the movement, the best sports show on the internet. How about that? What up, Bev? Says, we can all chill. They caved going back to the older logo. That's smart. And you also don't see that from go to the Cracker Barrel and get the grandma's pancake breakfast. That's where it comes. Oh, that's where that came from. Okay. Yeah, it's crazy. They most companies don't do that. We'll know they're real serious when they fire that CEO. They spent $700 million on this whole movement just to blow up in their face. My wife's a chef. Food is our love language. They have good cornbread too. Oh, I love some good cornbread. Mommy Milker's in the chat.
You got some tickle bitties and you don't know how to swing? Well, I'm here to help you. Next, you want to tuck your right arm and lay your left arm on top of that mommy milker. Bombs away?
Bombs away indeed. Indeed. Let's take a look at what do we got. We got some college football games, don't we? Tomorrow. Let's get into a little college football, huh? In week 1. College. What the heck is this? Why do they have last week's games on here still? I don't know. Ooh, but check this out. Oh, baby. This is what we get a bet on tomorrow. Ooh, and we get it in the middle of the day here, my time, Pacific time zone, 2:30 start time. I guess it is a 5:30 down there in South Florida. But Boise State heads down to South Florida. 5.5 point favorite. Sharp money action over expert like South Florida. 39% of the bets, 52% of the money is on South Florida. Ooh. I feel like I remember last year, one time I trusted South Florida and they just got absolutely destroyed. But I don't know how good Boise State's going to be this year. If you like smoked ham, it's good too. Dude, all that sounds good. Every single one of it. That's how they get the restaurants to fail. True. I got to step away real quick. I'll be right back. But just check this out.
Any triple in the series? Yes. I almost want to bet no triple plus
Dude,
125.
That's a good. I would bet that.
I got to leave these in the little list over here so I can remember to bet these.
That's a good bet.
I am going to bet that for sure, 100%.
Because how often does a triple happen? And two,
That's
most of the
saying.
time it's just someone taking a base on a throw.
This is my favorite bet in the entire World Series.
I do like that.
No triples in the World Series plus 125. That's my favorite bet in the entire World Series.
A few moments later.
Think about 3 as Verdugo can't play it cleanly. Freeman's into third. Okay, a base hit turns into 3. Yeah! Who's retarded now? Yeah!
Did that go the way you thought it was going to go? Nope.
All right, I'm back. Nature called. Nature called. You got to answer nature. Saul Solomon Grundy. At least Taylor isn't dirtying up the gene pool with the Dindu. Dude, yes, the rocket launch. That thing was sick yesterday. That thing was sick. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, this thing is massive. First of all, this thing is massive. Look at this. Oh, this is SpaceX. Look how big that rocket. Apparently, this thing can hold like 100 people, which I don't think they've ever been able to do before. I don't think they've been able to. And then what did he do? He sent this thing into space and got it to come back down too. Dude. I think it's dope. Look at that. Imagine being so rich and bored that you just want to build rockets, test them out. It landed. Look at that. They got it to come back. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Back to college football though. Yeah, I don't know. Do you guys get a feel for the Boise State, Florida State, or South Florida game? Looks like there's some sharp action and some big money there being spent on South Florida catching the points. I need to dive into Phil Steele's magazine. I need to dive into Phil Steele magazine and see what he thinks about these two squads. Yeah, where is Miss Leslie this morning? She's always lurking. Oh, it blew up? Damn. But it made it a long way, it looks like. Seems like it was somewhat successful. Let me see. Let me see. I don't think it blew up. Doesn't look like it blew up. Anywho. And then we also get Ohio and Rutgers tomorrow. Ooh. Listen, these games all sound amazing. If we're in the middle of the season, these games sound terrible. But since we haven't had football forever, oh my God. Give me Ohio Rutgers. Lafayette, Bowling Green, inject it into my veins, please. I don't even know what channel to find that on. Wyoming and Akron? Yeah. How is Wyoming only a 5.5 point favorite over Akron? Is Wyoming still that bad? Oh, baby. This morning says, it makes me feel good about my bet. Will doubts it, and Robert, Cricket, and Grok are all on the same side. So it's me versus Robert, Cricket, and Grok. Is that what you're saying? So you like it when I'm against all those guys and you're on the same side as them? Oh yeah. Which pick is that, by the way? Which pick are you talking about? Oh, I like this new little rumble thing here. Look at that. Look at that. Okay. Delaware State. Battle of Delaware tomorrow. East Carolina and NC State. Is NC State really that good? They're 14-point favorites. That seems wild. We might have to look at them. We might have missed the boat, though. You could have got them at 12.5, and that's 14. Ooh, UCF and Jacksonville State. 20.5 points to start the season. Before we know anything about these squads, and you're going to make them a 20.5 point. We're not talking like Alabama versus Akron here. You know what I mean? It's UCF versus Jacksonville State. That's interesting. I'm going to take a look at my Phil Steele magazine and see what we can figure out with that one. Maybe I'll pull up the Phil Steele magazine tomorrow on tomorrow's show. We can take a look at it. Supporting which pick were you talking about? Or were you just saying in general? You know? Hey, you guys get along in the chat, all right? It's fine. It's all good. What did I say? I didn't say anything. I don't have a feel for the first game for Boise State, South Florida. I was saying I don't know how good Boise State's going to be. So laying the points of Boise State, I'm not sure. But there's sharp action and action number expert on South Florida. But also, I remember last year I took South Florida one time and they got absolutely the doors blown off them. So I don't know. I got to go look at my magazine and see what it says. You know, see what I can cook up. USF. Keep it sassy but classy. That's right. Yeah, it's okay. We can have a little political talk in the chat. It's fine. And then, you know, if people don't want to talk about it, just switch over, get back to the show, get back to sports. You know, this show, we go off on a tangent all the time. All the time. Right? All the time. I can't ever stay on track. Hell, half the time I don't even know what the hell we're going to talk about. And then even if I plan something, I end up not getting to it. You know, because we end up going one way and then the other and all that fun stuff. God, we got a lot of games tomorrow. Not anything great, but a lot of games. And I have tomorrow off. Oh my God, we're just gonna have football on the TV all day. Well, I guess starting at 2:30. Missouri, 36. And you know what? I'm tempted to take Central Arkansas. I think Missouri is a little overrated this season, but I have no idea anything about Central Arkansas. So I wouldn't be surprised if Missouri blows them out, but keep an eye on Missouri tomorrow. Houston versus Stephen F. Austin. Buffalo, Minnesota. Look at this. Sharp action, big money, action every expert. Look at that. 76% of the money is taking the 17.5 points with Buffalo against Minnesota. What do they know that we don't know? That seems interesting. Sporting says, did you fill all the season pools? Yeah, we talked about it at the beginning. I did make a group here for us. I think I'm gonna gift out some I gotta figure out exactly how I'm gonna do it. But like if you click on this, you can gift people pools. That's kind of cool. I was messing around with the features, but I made us a squad here. I'll end up kicking out some of the people that end up not playing, but I wanted to just add everyone that I could. If you want to join, get in here and join. So far we only got 4 members that are signed up in most of the pools. But at least sign up for the free ones, because if one of us wins, we all get a little chunk of money. That's the cool thing about it. That's why it's cool. And then if our squad does better than all the other squads, we get a little prize as well. But they're fun. At least join the free ones. The guys over there this season is awesome. They're good dudes. So go check them out. Go check it out. It's free. It's free to join. And make sure you use my link that's pinned up at the top so they know I sent you, and so you automatically get added into my like little friends section so I can add you to squads and stuff. You can join the squad on your own, but politics and sports are the same thing now. There's no distractions anymore. That's true. Well, I saw a meme. What was it? It was like such and such didn't work, and then it was some lady screaming, "Bring the Taylor Swift engagement news." That's the first thing I thought of yesterday too. I was like, what are they trying to distract us from? It blew. Watch the full vid. It blew up. Okay. Well, then how did something? I don't know. You know more about that than me. Clearly. Did you fill out all the season? Yes, I did. The Swami one was interesting. I'm not sold on Boise either, guys, but I can't bet on South Florida. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know if I trust South Florida either. Maybe I'll check a little Boise State money line. I don't know. Or maybe watch the first quarter and then bet it live. Fishing is a great distraction. That is true. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So yeah, if you want to come join us, come join it. Yeah, dude, look at I did all my pools so far. Got all my pools done. I'm torn on who to do in Survivor. And then there's the opposite of Survivor. The odds breakers do this thing called Loser Survivor. Go check that one out. Basically, it's the opposite. You just pick a team to lose, and then you can't use them again. So I'm picking Tennessee to lose week 1. But that's the thing, dude. Like some of these contests, like it's tough because like you can't use the Eagles, so you can't use either of the teams from Thursday or Friday's game. So that sucks. But I get it. I get why. I understand why. And then like in my other one, so I joined Bet Online's, and this is the first year that they're doing the you have to make 2 picks during the Thanksgiving week. So you got to pick one of the teams either on Thanksgiving or the Black Friday game. Let me pull it up so I can show you guys what I'm talking about. Obviously, you got to get there too, right? But you got to plan ahead for this. So like this week, you have to make 2 picks on the Bet Online one. Not on the spread, just on the regular Survivor. They also have a spread Survivor, which I'm really excited about as well. But the Bet Online one, you got to pick one of these games. And obviously, the easiest one to do is take the Phillies over the Bears. Because, I mean, they're the biggest favorite on the board, so that would be the obvious choice. But, and, I mean, there's nothing that tells you, like, there's nothing that indicates Philly won't still be a big favorite at home against Chicago come Black Friday. But you got to save one of these teams. So it's like you can't use. So it's like there might be a time you want to use the Eagles. Maybe you want to use the Eagles on week 1 against the Cowboys. I know a lot of people that do that. But you might have to tuck that one away, and then you have to make a pick on the Sunday games, Sunday and Monday games. So you got to make 2 picks that weekend. One, I'm looking at if I make it that far and I get past the Thanksgiving stuff, I'm looking at saving Miami. Miami home against the Saints. That's got to be for sure a winner, right? Miami is already a 6-point favorite in that one. Saints are going to be god awful. Yeah, I know. It just depends. You got to let the season play out and see how it goes. Maybe we just take whoever's playing the Giants each week, right? Your ass guy. We'll just take whoever's playing the Giants each week to be our Survivor pick. But yeah, I mean, look at the Detroit and Green Bay. That's not an easy pick. I mean, you might have one of these teams available, but Green Bay at Detroit, that's a tough pick. Assuming everyone's healthy. Jordan Love's injured. You might look at Detroit. Detroit can't get their shit together because of all the changes that's happening with their team. Maybe it's easy to pick Green Bay. Kansas City and Dallas. I mean, I don't trust the Cowboys, but hopefully by then they figure something out. But then Kansas City, I think they're going to have a down season. But would I want to bet against them or on them in that game? Right now, I don't feel like it. We'll see when that time comes. And then Baltimore would be a good pick over Cincinnati, but this game's always ends up being a shootout. I wouldn't be surprised if Cincinnati ends up pulling one out in Baltimore. Maybe the luck bounces their way that day. I don't know. Good games. It's amazing that we have really good games Thursday. Usually there's always like just one good game. These are all 3 really good games on paper right now. Hopefully these teams, nothing bad happens to any of these teams, Crash Guy says that's a loser. The Giants pick. Dude, the spread Survivor is going to be interesting. I'm excited for that one. That's going to be tough. You talk about trying to make 5 picks in a row. God. I wonder what week. Some guy from Maine says, "Will, is Jeremy going to be back on Sports Wars? If so, does that mean you're out?" No, not that I've been told. I think Jeremy's going to sporadically pop in. I don't know. I haven't been told anything, or I haven't heard anything. I haven't asked. But no, as far as I know, Brian said I can join any week. I will not be there. More than likely, I won't be there. Week 1 though, which sucks. I'm gonna try to be there, but I was supposed to take my boy camping for the first time a couple weekends ago, and unfortunately, our house everyone got sick, so I couldn't take him. And the only time that we could reschedule that worked happens to be the first weekend of the NFL. So, but I got to go do that. I want to take him. I want to take him camping. So I will be camping if I can get back in time or get a good enough connection. I'll try to join the show. I'm bummed that I'm going to miss it. I'm going to give him my picks though still, but no, as far as I know, I want to be on Sports Wars every Sunday, making picks with the boys. How many did I buy for the Bet Online Survivor? I think I did 5 each, and then I got a free one for buying it early. I think I have 5 in each category, and then I have 1. So there's a Bet Online, and then there's sportsbetting.ag. They're like, it's their sister company, but it's literally the same exact site. I think I have 1 each over there, so I could get the free one. So I think I have 7 in each in total. I might buy more. I might just put it all on the Eagles, and then if they lose, rebuy back in. And if not, then I'm up. That's a betting strategy some people do. You just put it on the big favorite game 1. And think about it. What would you rather be? Yeah, you burnt the Eagles. You're 1-0. But okay, you burnt the Eagles, but you're 1-0. And everyone else that weekend is 0-0. So you have a huge edge already, right? That's plus EV. And if the Cowboys win, then you just rebuy back in. And then the pot's going to be huge because I guarantee there's going to be like 25% people are going to use the Eagles in week 1. But that was my thought and strategy before I realized that we had to save a pick for this week. And so I don't know who I feel comfortable with here. So I might not burn the Eagles. I don't know. It's going to be tough. I'm going to try to get banned by the Sports Wars mods since they never look at the Rumble chat. I look at it. I have it pulled up. I try to hang out and talk with you guys. Ooh, Cricket's going to start doing a show Saturday morning at 10 for college football. That's awesome. 10 Eastern. That's awesome. I wonder if he's going to, well, I don't know. Unless he plans on like bringing guests on and stuff. I don't know what he's going to have. Like if he's just going over the games on Saturday, I feel like he's going to be burnt out by Saturday. I remember, when we were doing the show, by the time we got to Saturday or Sunday and whatnot, and I'm trying to talk about the picks and stuff. He's like, "We've been talking about them all week. I got nothing left." He always said that shit. I'm like, "Well, dude, it's game day. Like, lines move. We got to look at the line movement. Do we still like what we like? Because he gets pretty stuck in his ways when he sets his picks. So that would be funny. That would be funny to see. Yeah, that's a good move. Avoid the top. I really want to take Arizona, but I've seen so many damn times, just that team that's supposed to be god awful, they end up winning that first game, and then they don't win. Saints would win that first game and then not win a game the rest of the season. Dirk says I can't wait for the divorce album. I'm thinking, because I'm going to take a dog, and with at least one of my picks, I'm really thinking. I think I like the Giants over the Commanders. Something about it it feels right. I'm not just saying that because Grass Guy's here. I wouldn't be surprised. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if somehow the Giants are 2-0 to start the season, and then the team just nosedives. Sorry, Grass Guy. Just calling it how I see it. Just calling. Oh, I see it. Saints are good at random ups. It's week 1, you know? Like, funny things happen week 1. We talking Giants said derp? No, we're talking NFL in general. Just contests and survivor picks and stuff. Guy says they will cover. You know who I think's gonna cover and who could? So it's either I'm looking at either the Giants. Week 1's actually pretty damn tough, dude. If you're just looking at like straight pick'ems, I think it's tough. You guys might think it's silly, but like, I mean, Kansas City, LA. I wanted to take LA in that one, but with Slater going down, I don't know how much I trust it. You know, Tampa Bay, Atlanta. That one I keep going back and forth on. I don't know. I got to dive in a little bit more. Part of me wants to take Atlanta because I think they're going to be a little bit better than people think. But then the blindside tackle just went down. That's not good. But I do think Tampa Bay is over. Trust me, I love Baker and Tampa Bay. Don't get me wrong, big fan. But I think they're a little overvalued, a little overhyped. But now I don't know. And then there's that whole, Penix didn't play in the preseason, and we went over those stats. Maybe we'll go over those stats again tomorrow of quarterbacks who don't play in the preseason, right? Not good. But the other upset, if I'm taking an upset, it's either going to be the Giants over the Commanders, or I think I'm going to take the Browns over Cincy. Cincy has no defense, dude. Cincy, I know it's the Browns. The Browns are god awful, but at least we're going to get the best Joe Flacco all season in this first game, and it's at home. And I could see this just being like last year, where no one thought the Patriots could beat Cincy, and they ended up beating Cincy. So I don't know, man. Cleveland feels like a good pick. I've been hanging out with Beardo too much. No, I've been hanging out with him enough. That dude needs to come on the show, and we need to talk Giants. We need to schedule that. I need to schedule. I get Beardo in here and talk about his Giants. No, it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna go hang out with him. God, we're like 6 weeks away from that Florida trip. Split your pick. Steelers and Miami both win questionable quarter. I need to save Miami for after Thanksgiving. Need to save Miami after Thanksgiving. What up, little man? Dude, my kids get up so early. So early. But yeah, I mean, look at this week 1. It's tough. It's tough. I mean, my Patriots are favored over Vegas. I don't know if I feel great about my Patriots. You know what I mean? It's like that one's tough. I don't know what these squads look like. They're both new squads, new coaches. I think Patriots deserve to be favored, but I wouldn't be surprised if Vegas wins that one. Arizona feels like a trap. Pittsburgh and New York. Obviously, Pittsburgh should be favored in that one, and they are, even at New York. It's the Jets after all. But, like, do you trust Rodgers to get revenge on his old team? No. And you got Carolina and Jacksonville. Feels like a trap. Do you really trust? I would trust Jacksonville if this game was, like, 6 weeks in. But, I mean, you got Trevor Lawrence with a new system. New head coach. New offense. I don't trust it. And then Tennessee and Denver. Feels like a trap, but Denver's probably a safe play. You know what? My survivor pick should be San. I would put all my survivor picks on San Francisco because they're going to beat Seattle. But San Francisco has such an easy schedule this year. I gotta save it. Because they're going to have way easier games than at Seattle for that. And then Detroit, Green Bay, coin flip game there. Houston, Rams, who knows what you're going to get in that. Baltimore, Buffalo. I like Baltimore, but that one's a coin flip. I'm also thinking maybe Minnesota over Chicago, but that one's tough too. It's a tough week 1. It's going to be fun. No, the Cowboys will always have a primetime game. Nevada Mavericks says Giants over Titans week 1 lock. Yeah, that everyone's going to be picking that though. Everyone's going to be picking that. I don't disagree, but you can have 25 entries on ESPN Survivor. That is crazy. All right. We got to do a little raid, and then I got to wrap things up here. Got to do a little raid. Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see. Confirm raid. We are raiding Dear America. So listen, if you want more of your political talk, you come here. No more IRS. Tariffs bring in over 500 billion. Taylor Swift got engaged. Even the political channels are talking about Taylor Swift getting engaged. Oh, this is awesome. So look at that. You can carry, we get our sports talk in here, and then you can carry your political talk right in to Dear America, our good friends over at Dear America. How about that? How about that? Give them a little thumbs up, give them a like, let them know we sent you. Go enjoy their show. But that'll do it. That'll do it. Good show, guys. Once again, thank you for the 15,000. Maybe we'll do a proper stream for that. But I'll catch you guys tomorrow morning, bright and early, 4:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. But until then, good luck, good gambling, and game on. You say game on?
Game on.
Game on.